Hello, hello, hello. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Crypto Traders Arena. Another one of our weekly crypto reviews, as every Sunday. Guess we're at episode 58 today. Geez, it's always funny to think we've made 58 of these things, but here we are, just doing what we said we were going to do, following the altcoin market and the crypto market all together. Trying to see if we can take advantage of this cyclical nature of crypto that's sort of proven to, I don't know, be pretty I don't want to say predictable, but the past crypto cycles have been very orderly or something we could say. And really, I don't expect anything different this time. And we're starting to see, we're starting to see some ripping stuff. I was looking at crypto bubbles here the last month here. This is the top 100 last month in altcoins. Poor XMR. I don't know what happened there. Binance delisted it, I guess, and they got kind of knocked down. But geez, everything else is pretty uppy. There's some big numbers in there. Of course, world domination coin seems like the leader here, which might be a bad thing. So go get your eyeballs scanned or whatever the hell they're doing. Don't you have to do like a retinal scan or something to get a wallet on WorldCoin? I don't know. Doesn't sound very appealing to me though. But hey, everybody in the chat. Nice to see everybody. It looks like some of the regulars are here and not a huge surprise. Today we have our big giveaway, so we'll be doing that a little bit later. I think this time we're giving away like $100 in USDT and maybe some WEN or are we giving away WEN? I don't remember. We'll get to that in a bit. And Paul Jade's here with me. You want to say hey to everybody before we get started? As usual.
Usually I don't like to say hello, but I'll do it this time.
All right, well, I'll stop making you.
David, like I said in the comment, being serious, 58 episodes every Sunday, I think we deserve that intro with the serious music.
I like that intro. Sounds awesome.
It's nice.
I don't know where Paul found that, but I like it. And oh yeah, so maybe you could go look at our intro from probably 8 episodes ago, and it probably isn't that great. And of course, we're not. Well, Paul made those too, so I won't shit all over the old intros. But we've improved, I think, a little bit. And actually, that said, maybe if I noticed last week my voice was a little too loud and kind of distorting. I don't know. Let me know if that's true. I can't hear myself, so I have no idea what's being recorded here. It looks like everything's fine on OBS, but I did notice there was some distortion in my voice last time. But yeah, anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, altcoins look uppy for sure. I mean, geez, look at this screen here with all green for the last month. This top 100, like I said, AI coins have been ripping of late. Solana memes still struggling. And I started hearing people say that it was weird. I saw like over the last week and a half or so, people started saying they were looking for the layer 2 ETH, ETH layer 2s to start pumping. And then sure enough, I noticed like Metis put in a nice little daily W. I mean, location's hard to be an investor on Metis, but like it put in a nice daily W here a few days ago, and it was breaking out. I saw it earlier. So I wonder if there's some truth to that. Let's look at just the week actually and see if we see any of those ETH layer 2s. Well, Uniswap popped hard this week, and then it kind of drug up the rest of those DeFi names with it, like Sushi and I don't know. What are the other ones? I saw that like all of those were running, but I did bang it. Well, most of our community banged out doubles on Uniswap this week. I also got a double on HBAR recently. I got a second double on, where's my list here? I got, a double on Lit. I got a second double on RLC. I got a double on GRT. So I guess like GRT's AI, I think. So yeah, banging out doubles as usual. And we'll see how far these AI coins run. I can see Render here's up a lot. I think FET is the AI coin, right? So yeah, so anyway, we'll see if there's any truth to that ETH2. I'm not seeing a lot of high flying ETH layer 2s right here unless I'm missing them. Looks like I did see Metis breaking out, like I said, but I don't see any of those other names in this list. But I don't even know what the logic was behind that. I saw it in multiple places, and it just caught my attention that people were looking for some sort of layer two pump here. Maybe that's next in line when the AI things settle down. And then let's just try to figure out what the next narrative is for sure. I mean, I don't know really. I'm kind of hoping that you guys know and tell me. I saw Donald Trump. I randomly saw Donald Trump is calling for Bitcoin regulation, which I thought was funny. I was just thumbing through the news this morning and I saw this, and he was like the only politician that. Well, that's not true. There's other politicians. The only president that was like pro Bitcoin. I also thought I saw somebody say he sold a bunch of Ethereum lately, but I wonder why he's sort of pivoting here. Like maybe he's trying to jump on board with the crypto hate in the upper echelons of our government here in the US. But we'll see. Thought that was kind of funny. And then I also saw one of our members was posting this, Walmart's selling. I guess I didn't look too closely at this, but it looks like two of the Waltons are dumping some Walmart stock. And so I think we're definitely getting into that place where like some of these sort of, billionaires are starting to liquidate some stock. Maybe a little early, but we've already seen Jeff Bezos unload, and we've seen these guys unload. And technically, Bill Gates was selling some stock, but I think that's a little misleading. It wasn't a large chunk of his portfolio. It sort of seemed like he was just rebalancing almost. So I don't know if we've seen like real selling from him yet. But point being, like they're slowly starting to unload, and we were just talking about it before the meeting. And I think, we're heading into the election. They're probably not going to break the market into the election, but at the same time, these guys got to sort of plan their selling. They can't just dump the day of the, day after the election. They got to sort of exit as price is grinding higher, right? They need your liquidity. So as long as, stock market's racing to new highs consistently these days, and they're probably starting to unload a bit. And then we'll see what happens after the election, really. But I think it's probably a little premature to get too bearish on the stock market into the election. And even this week, we like on my Wednesday show, I was just kind of talking about these potential M's, like in like SPY, for example. Like I think Tuesday was right here, and I was just saying, this thing, if it loses that level, we would have a real M. And then look what happened right after that. That was into Nvidia's, Nvidia news was like that day after it was FOMC and Nvidia's news on that Wednesday. And they never put those M's in. So if anything, that's just an example of why we wait for confirmation. I mean, there was no true M here. And sure enough, we're just making higher highs and higher lows, gaps all over the place on the SPY. We could look at it on the ES. It's probably a more cleaner chart, but you could still see, we have a W here. This was like a potential M that turned into a W now. So still higher highs and higher lows and still trending up, and probably just be with all of these, like calling tops is incredibly difficult, like we don't even try to call tops really. We just wait for confirmation. And if we have a setup, we can short. And in this case, like there was no M here. So I think going and like loading up on puts on the SPY here without that M is very dangerous. So just be careful to not get too bearish too early. And that's actually a reminder to myself too. It's really easy to start, getting into like some sort of sky is falling mindset when markets have ripped so high. But let's just wait for a real M, But I mean, point being, the market is, stock market is definitely getting a little bit frothy. And if anything, I just hope crypto doesn't get wrecked when the market, if the stock market does roll over, it'll probably have some effect on crypto for sure. So, and it probably won't be great. So maybe hopefully the stock market doesn't break too soon and crypto can still enjoy its rally into the election and into next year. And then I suppose the next question with crypto is just, do we get a dip? Like, I think we will, but who knows for sure? It's just, I have Siacoin up here right now. Funny enough, I was just looking at it. Man, they were ripping this thing and then they dumped it hard. And I don't know, David was asking me earlier if I'm going to reload, and I certainly am going to reload. It's just a question of how loaded. Probably won't reload until, I don't know. I'd probably just draw my fibs from the current lows here and sort of hunt 78.6 and below. The problem is I sold on my first double like right there, so it's funny to buy it back. Like where did I actually sell? Actually, I'm getting off track here, but I just had Sidecoin up here and it made me start uh, thinking about yeah, like 78.6 was my first double level, so buying it back there, I don't know. Maybe we'll see what happens, but definitely looking to reload. And I was talking about dips. I mean, this is clearly a big dip that can happen in crypto at any moment. I mean, sure, they ripped this thing up to 0.22 and then took it back like 50% almost already in 1 week. And so what I was getting at earlier is, will there be a dip? And we don't know for sure, but if you haven't been around crypto in previous cycles, you probably don't know how quickly things could change. So, we could wake up one day to minus 30+% on crypto, on crypto across the board, not necessarily Bitcoin so much, but does that make me a bear? No. Like, that's what I want to see happen. And that'll be the, maybe the last chance to really buy this kind of stuff going forward. So we're kind of hoping for that dip. It just hasn't come yet, and we'll see if it does come. And certainly don't think it won't come. I think it's dangerous to go buy tops here and assume that crypto is just going to go straight up from here. That's really dangerous. Of course it could, but chances are it won't. So keep that in mind. And then we'll just have to decide or we'll just have to wait and see if we get a dip. And, something like Sidecoin, I mean, I don't know, looking at this, the chances of getting back down into like the 005s and, against the old bottom, very high. I think it's very high that we'll see that happen. You could see it starting. I could pick any random name here. Like, what would be a good one that has a nice bottom formed? I mean, I could talk about SPA and be mad that I didn't get my fill, but even something like this, we had a nice bottom, got a retest, popped hard, and you can see it's kind of running out of gas. I could see this thing back down here to buy again in the future. No problem. And then, of course, I happen to notice this NCT a minute ago, stuff like this, where it's like, it did pop here. It is trending higher, but it's not that hard to push this thing back down into buying levels. So it's just a question of getting your names, your list together, the names you want to buy, and then working your bids and just patiently waiting to get those fills. There's tons of these. I won't get into that today. In fact, I'll do that on Wednesdays. Wednesday at 19 UTC, I'll just do another crypto show and I'll look at these closer. I'm not going to get too into these individual names. We already have 10 names that we'll go over for our Road to Financial Freedom plan, which is the purpose of this show. And we also banged out several doubles, I think, in the last week. So maybe we can report on those for that plan, that is. So hopefully anybody that's following along with that plan also had their orders working and got those sells off. And I'm not sure. I'm assuming the spreadsheet's probably updated, but I don't actually know for a fact. But Paul will get into that. And let's see, what else could I mention here? Well, I talked about the billionaires selling. Interesting to just note. Watch out for that. It'll probably take a while too. There's not going to be an immediate reaction. It'll be sort of like, those are just like the warning shots that things are probably getting a little bit too overextended. But I do think go search on Google and look at previous election years and see if there's ever been election, or how the markets performed during U.S. elections in the past, presidential elections. Probably fine. And I don't know this stat or anything for sure, but I mean, I would bet that most of the time the market's relatively positive. It's not going to, it seems unlikely that the current administration is going to allow the market to get ripped, just get shit on right before the election. That seems probably not likely. So that means everything's kind of pointing up, probably until then. There's not a lot to say about DXY or anything. I mean, like the DXY is just sort of pulling back after hitting 61.8. I don't know what sort of effect that's truly having on the risk on market at the moment. It doesn't seem like much. And then, the NASDAQ also made the NASDAQ actually did make an M. I suppose that's worth noting. They, technically the QQQ actually did confirm an M here, and then they gapped it up with NVIDIA's earnings. So, I don't know. I guess there is an M, and you can actually see an M in OBV too. So we did take out the highs of the M already, but they did try. Yeah, they kind of even tried with the little M there, but you can just see the trend is just up too strong, and they're not going to And this is a daily chart. You probably got to see something more on the weekly to truly. I mean, zoom out at the stock market. And you look at this like uptrend that's basically happened my entire life. Yeah, they're not going to break it that easily. So they're not going to make it obvious, I don't think. Nor will they maybe even break it that hard. I don't know. I mean, these are the sort of the 2022 bear market lows, you know, this bear market that happened throughout like 21. I guess it topped in the end of 21, right? And then put in a really nice W here with the beautiful retest. And just been straight up from here. But this was our bear market. And I don't know, the next potential rollover, will it even be that deep? Who knows? But they're not going to make it easy. I mean, you can see a nice clean M here, to be fair. That was pretty damn nice M. If we look at a weekly chart, you'll see a very nice weekly M there. So I think you got to see something like this at least, and then the dump, and then the retest. This particular bearish retest didn't quite get up to that level, but typically, you know, that's great short location, is just letting the M come in and then hunting that bearish retest of that breakdown level. Kind of missed it on the QQQs, but got pretty close. And even for that matter, the only real resistance in this whole rally was that level. So they, like, you know, threatened to break it here with solid M's, to be fair. You know, they put in an M here and things were looking a little bit more bearish here, you know, short reload zones kind of thing off of that range. And then they just powered through it. So that's sort of a good testimony to the strength of this bull. It's just hard to step in front of something like this. This looks very bullish. On the weekly chart here, it's actually making a high now, and it just looks like shooting straight up. And I suppose my ABCDs, like, I drew that on the SPY in general, but there's no I don't know. It seems to make sense that, like, the COVID low marks a epic bottom for going forward, I would say. So drawing an ABCD off of that move here, that seems like, I don't know, it seems reasonable to me. So, like, you know, maybe we actually top out way up here somewhere. We shall see. That's enough about the stock market. It looks like Ethereum's sort of stronger than Bitcoin at the moment, but Bitcoin's still just waffling along. I mean, came up into key levels and, you know, got into this fair value gap here right in the middle of the short reload zone, and now it's just sort of stalled out. And they're not going to make shorting Bitcoin easy either, I'd say. Like, I mean, the OBV is pointing up, making a new high again. Well, last week. And, like, clearly, like, on a weekly chart, location's good. I mean, we're right in the middle of a short reload zone. So, like, it's not an unreasonable place to think of a pullback here. But at the same time, if you zoom in a little bit, you kind of see this sort of fake M. I mean, there's a new high here where they basically, you know, they sucked people in short, took them out here at the highs and FU'd that high. And then that was a nice place to hunt a lower time frame short against that FU. And then they sort of put in an M here, but it's not a real M because this right side is higher. And now they've just bounced it back into what would amount to probably short reload zones of this new little range here. Not quite, but getting up in there. So, like, they're not going to make this easy either, but this doesn't look like much. It just looks like a range is being established and we might just go sideways for a while. I don't think it's hard to call. Like, again, calling a top here is really difficult. I don't know. I'm not going to hang myself on that cross. I think for me, the most important thing is just keep my bullish conviction and any sort of pullbacks or buying opportunities. That's what I think. So even if we do roll over here, I'm not thinking that the crypto bull is over. I actually think it hasn't even truly started yet. I mean, it's basically getting started now. And I don't think it's going to just turn on a dime and go to zero or anything. But point being, Bitcoin's not really the best trade. I think Ethereum, if you're trying to trade longs between Bitcoin and Ethereum, it's probably healthier to go and play with Ethereum, which is in a much more, I mean, it's still, you know, this is a pretty straight up move here, but you can still see we're just ripping straight up. So if you start zooming in on lower time frames, you probably find the longs there were working. And it's probably a bit better to hunt longs on Ethereum on the lower time frames than try to short Bitcoin. That's just my personal opinion. But But man, Ethereum, let me go back to the weekly chart and you just see the difference. I mean, clearly Ethereum's just ripping straight up here. And if it follows the track of Bitcoin, then we should probably expect at least 33.44 getting hit here, 61.8. Seems pretty damn likely. And of course, if it follows Bitcoin exactly, then then like that high right there probably needs to get taken out at 35.81. And that would put us up into sort of, remember, Bitcoin had a fair value gap basically right off there. Oh, I drew it in the wrong. Like, this is the same level here. So there's not really a fair, well, yeah, there's not really a fair value gap there like Bitcoin had. But nonetheless, I mean, that level there seems to be the FU level of the bear market confirmation. This was that ultimate WFU that just confirmed that this thing was done, the old bull. So it looks like Ethereum wants to hit that. Does it go straight up there? I don't know. It'd be kind of nice to see it come back and backfill a little bit so that altcoins maybe come back down to earth a little bit and maybe we buy some stuff. But I don't know. Maybe we should have, we'll see what happens. It seems like Ethereum's going to hit that level though. So anyway, Ethereum's really strong. Bitcoin's just waffling. Sort of like Solana, like some of those other high, like Solana is looking kind of broken here. Let me get on my other chart. Just been watching Solana a lot. And like I said, the meme coins they seem like they were bottoming, but they just can't get any steam behind them. They'll break out a bit, come right back down kind of thing. Solana's looking pretty weak though, to be fair. We have basically a reload zone test now. 78.6 got rejected. Pretty down week for Solana. Doesn't look like Ethereum at all. And you can even see RSI is starting to break here. OBV is actually potentially Ming out here, but not yet. So we'll see what happens with Solana. I'd like to see this come back down to earth a little bit too. Maybe let's look at Sol ETH for fun. How could I do that? I guess on Binance here. Woof! That doesn't look good. So you tell me, does Ethereum look like it might outperform Solana here for a little while? Kind of looks like to me. That's a big old M. So that's interesting, actually. And God, there's just a lot of open air here. So, I mean, what if ETH rips and Solana pulls back and like we end up somewhere, anywhere down here before, if anything, that'd be a great time to think about Solana again. Cause I think in the bigger picture, Solana's going higher. It's just maybe not yet, like we might have to see like $50, $60 Solana here before it can turn around. But that's interesting. And then, on the flip side, so we have like Solana looking like this, and then like the Soul Killers or whatever. I kind of noticed Say or whatever has kind of broken. I mean, this thing was ripping and then it kind of had a down week with also kind of it's not really an M, but it doesn't look great here. Kind of an M. And also RSI divergences and OBV's sort of starting to break here on the daily. Looks like there's an M in there. Well, not really, but kind of maybe. So I don't know if these have, and maybe this is that truth to the ETH layer 2s maybe being next to rip a bit here, but I mean, that one doesn't look good. And then I'll just look at SUI really quick too and just see what it's doing. They couldn't take the high out here on Binance, and now it's just got kind of a head and shoulder top, and it's sort of falling apart here. So it looks like the Solana and the two Solana competitors, if you will, they're all kind of struggling. But then when you look at like Metis, like I was saying, ETH layer 2s, the problem with these is they're a horrible location to buy. But that's actually my old Qcoin stuff. Honestly, I didn't sell on that double, and then I sold halfway up here. To be honest, that was an awesome trade for me, and it just sort of got lucky because I moved it from Qcoin. But nonetheless, I mean, I remember saying specifically in our New York session, I saw this W come in, and sure enough, they're ripping this thing. So it's getting back up to the highs here, and RSI is pointing strongly up, and OBV is kind of waffling here, but still basically pointing up. So I don't know. Maybe there's some truth to this ETH layer 2s. It looks like maybe we could look at another one, like what's Arbitrum doing, for example. Well, maybe there could be a trade in here. I mean, that's 3-bar fractal. OBV looks rolled over, though. I don't like that. That's actually in bearish divergence there, just on this little move to a new high. I don't love that. So maybe Metis has some good news behind it. I think I actually even saw Carol saying something about that. They might have a fundamental driver here. And of course, the Uniswaps and the Ethereum DeFi names all seem to have like a fundamental driver behind them. I guess Uniswap, I can't remember the news. Maybe somebody in the chat knows, but there was some sort of fundamental driver that caused that Uniswap rip here. Not really a layer 2, but still kind of part of that whole Ethereum network. Of course, huge part of it. Yeah, Uniswap ripped pretty good, and I don't know. Hopefully, people see why we would, the whole community was down in here just buying against this low, basically, this old W breakout. So yeah, I don't know. I like Metis, but I didn't really like Arbitrum. What would be one other one? Optimism, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, it's up at new highs. Yeah, it kind of looks like OBV is actually aiming out a bit. We'll see. That's just one thing that caught my attention. So I guess I'll watch the ETH layer 2s. But when I look at like Solana and SUI and SEI breaking, then that kind of makes sense that maybe like sort of like the money might rotate into Ethereum layer 2s and out of those a little bit. And when I looked at that Sol versus ETH chart, geez, that looked horrible for Solana. So we'll see. I guess those are all the high flyers, though. The problem is like AI and all that stuff. I don't know. We're going to need a pretty sizable pullback before we can start buying like Render and FET. And like, let's see what FET did today or this week. Wow, they FU'd the all-time high. So it looks like they took the high out and then pulled back a bit. We'll just have to see if there's, I mean, look at OBV pointing higher. You can kind of see the volume drain, falling apart here. Even the last several, through the chunk of all that rally, we were just losing volume here. So technically there's a volume divergence happening. I don't particularly spend a lot of time paying attention to that. I'd rather use OBV as my gauge for that, but and OBV is definitely not broken. But, it's overbought. FU'd the highs, got rejected a bit here. Definitely can't buy that. Probably drag my reload zones back up here now and start thinking at least down here at 52 cents. And that's the kind of thing is like, I don't know. It's probably 50-50 whether we get back down there, maybe even more. I mean, it can happen. I'll just say that. Crypto could just change. It could just turn on a dime here, like sometime, going forward and just create that buyable dip opportunity. So it's like sort of a balance between trying not to get too sky is falling bearish, but also knowing that you could get a sizable pullback and hopefully you can step up and buy those dips. That's my story. I'm going to stick to it. And I think we stuck to the story of accumulation year last year. You just talked about how this bottoming cycle was coming in all last year for 52 episodes. I think we're relatively on point with that. If you were accumulating last year at a good location, you probably are doing pretty good right now. But here, it's just hard to buy this kind of shit. So we're forced to sort of look at the kind of like the lowlier names, I suppose. And they are there. I mean, wait, I did buy a couple things. Let's see, what did I buy? I bought David's Melon. I think he was talking about, was it on, I can't remember where I bought it here. Oh, here on Coinbase. I mean, there's stuff like this. Like David brought this name to my attention, I think on Wednesday. I can't remember in that show. But I mean, when you see something like this, I mean, I just went and grabbed it. I mean, there's a W that's come in. Tried to pump it here and it kind of ran out of gas, but did make some W's in there. And OBV's in divergence actually here. The whole accumulation. I mean, this is sort of that accumulation kind of looking chart. When you see this, you got to think accumulation, and then you start seeing like OBV divs. Like all that time, we've been kind of grinding to a new low. We finally made the new low here, and OBV's just been pointing higher. And then sure enough, we made a W on this volume spike. And now price just came right back down to what's probably just a reload zone off the new range. So this is the kind of stuff that we can buy now, in my opinion. And I don't know, I bought it. Just sitting right in the reload zone. I didn't even put much thought into it. I said I saw a W here. I saw where price was sitting, and like there's a W breakout basically right there. You could even call this little one a W breakout there. And so right there, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what it is. So thanks, David, for that idea. That seemed good. And what else did I buy this week? I have my little notes here. I've been talking about IDEX a lot. It's the same kind of chart. So anyway, there's the high flyers, and then there's charts like this. And like, I mean, look at this thing. Like, it's now making a wider W. It barely just ticked to a new high. It's kind of hard to chase it right here. I did post this on Twitter and in our group when it was down here. But you can see this one has a nice W back here, whether you use that level maybe or even the candle body levels. Either way, you can see how they just dipped it down into that W and now they're turning it again. Look at OBV here, just ripping. Not really in divergence. It's in divergence from this low to low and to the capitulation low back here, but that it's just been trending higher and we haven't made a new low yet, so we're just Wing out in OBV. I mean, look, this is a fucking great looking chart. So now ideally let it break out here. Maybe we get a close above this level today. That'd be cool. Like a nice solid close a little bit higher today. And then you could probably still hunt a pullback here, you know, into just, you know, whether you draw fibs off of that range or even off the lows back here. I mean, if you draw fibs from all the way back here, then we're definitely at a good location. So, you know, we came down into 88.6 and put a W here right at 78.6. I don't know how many times I talk about how W's like to come in off of 78.6. That's essentially what happened here. So I like that one. So anyway, I'm not going to get too much more into altcoins here. I think I'll leave it at that. We do have our giveaway today, so I want to leave some time for that. Yeah, we got to still get to our actual trading plan. But the point I'm trying to make here is, yeah, the high flyers, hard to buy them right here. We need to dip. And then we have these that are super buyable. But if the high flyers dip, these are going to dip too. So you kind of have to balance that and know that, you know, I might have to go underwater on my purchases on IDEX here if the whole market falls apart. But I'm actually okay with that. I'm not like going all in on these. And I'm just, you know, I've said a lot in the past. I'm very conservative, actually. I just take my little nibbles and I'm not in any rush to go spend all my dry powder. And like, if this thing goes 50% underwater here, I won't like it, but I'm not going to feel like my purchase was bad, because even when I see a bottom like this, even if it has to take out the lows here again, and I do go underwater, I'll just look to add here on the next W. And I think I probably will come out okay. And I'll still be banging out doubles somewhere up in here, you know, not even taking out this high down that road. So I'm okay with that. But this looks awesome to me. I have to admit, it's the exact chart I want to buy always. It's just really that simple. I don't know. It doesn't mean I'll be right all the time, but when I see a chart like that, I want to buy it. Oh, DMAC is talking about Qtum, which that's an old favorite of mine. I don't know what you mean by Qtum, Quantum Kevin Sniper, but I love old Quantum. This one's been around for a while, and I mean, that's the same kind of thing. It's a little bit chasier here. I mean, it's hard to buy it up here because we've probably already doubled. Well, not quite, but you know, off the lows here at $1.80, it says 350. You know, that's fine. I mean, this is a beautiful looking chart. I mean, when you see something like, I don't know, I feel it's so repetitive. It's just like talking to. If anything, hopefully people can see the difference between buying up here and buying right here. And what's the odds of banging out a double from this level compared to the odds of banging out a double from these candle body highs if you aped in here when everybody was like shilling this thing on Twitter in the height of the bull market? So if you learn anything, just learn this this is that predictable cycle I was talking about in crypto. Geez, it's just sort of like, okay, I'm going to buy somewhere here and it's going to come back and maybe it doesn't even make new highs and then it'll come back down in a couple years and we'll buy it again. Call me crazy, but that's sort of how it works. Just don't buy up here or up here. If anything, just learn how to draw fibs and don't buy until you have 61.8 and below. So anyway, that's my shill for the day. And then maybe Mr. Paul will jump on and we'll talk about our actual trading plan that we do for the show, which is just basically focus on the top 100 market cap coins or so. And we're just taking, 1% bets on each one. We're going to spend all our capital. And if we make some doubles along the way, we're going to reinvest that capital too. So, I don't know. Are you here, Paul? Or he's probably putting on a trade every fucking week. I talk and he makes money, and then he talks and I go look at what money he made. Damn it!
This time I'm hunting, but no, I have from yesterday some trades. I'm watching.
Okay,
but
cool.
Nothing important.
All right, well,
you can switch to my screen if you want.
How do I find your screen
And
here?
well,
Guess.
you should be,
Oh wait, that's not
yeah.
it. Or I'm just bouncing. Oh, here you are. Okay, I'll get you on full screen. We're looking at THG for Cody, I guess, at the moment.
No.
Oh, that's weird. You might need to refresh here.
I think something stopped. So I'll close the screen sharing and I'll start again.
Okay. Well,
Sometimes.
yeah, and actually, yeah, even Stefan was saying he's having all kinds of tech issues.
Yeah,
Okay,
Discord
now,
is
and I've been having some too
doing.
with Google Drive and stuff I was talking about. But anyway, we're looking at your Road to Financial Freedom plan now on our spreadsheet here.
Well, that's good. So you will hear some fireworks. My window is closed, but someone is celebrating for sure, just besides me. Okay, so Road to Financial Freedom, same plan, same small part of the plan where is the location where we are. Yeah, you can see first part of the plan, 3 rows here, using little old lady to accumulate free coins. I think it's really important to keep in mind that we are still in the same part for the moment. If the prices will behave differently after the halvening, well, we can reassess. But for the moment, some people saw altcoin market pumping and they said, okay, maybe something changed. No, they are pumping is something normal. Doesn't mean that the market will respect our plan entirely. So will go down for us to get a feel, and then will go up, give us a free coins, sell half on a double, and then immediately has to go down. No, market could keep pushing higher, and our job is to hunt in the long reload zone for a reload. So in my view, we are still in the same phase. When we'll see that something changed, probably after the halvening, we'll call that. So let's get straight in the action. I didn't had time. It's improper said. I didn't had time. I didn't manage to update everything on this spreadsheet, but hopefully next week I'll get together with Miko and I'll do it. So we stopped last time on NEO, and we'll start this week with SNX. And I think we have a shot already here. Let's see what we have on the chart. And SNX is here. Well, not too many things changed. So we bought initially, let's call the bottom, almost the bottom. We had a sell half on a double already. And from now on, we should wait to reload. I prefer to see a new weekly W for reloading, but if the price will come back down at 78.6 here at 2.5 kind of idea, I'll definitely reload without any problem. I don't know if I should put the order in the market yet or I should wait a little bit more. Market is pretty high. You can see we are at $4 and 78.6 is at $2. But why not? Let's put something like this. So our limit order, I think 78.6 is acceptable for us. I don't know if you hear the fireworks, but I definitely hear them. And it's noisy and ugly. Okay, so 2.1, buy again. Okay, we have this level to reload. Hopefully I'll not forget to update the spreadsheet. I think it's a good level. Keep in mind, when the market was going down, nobody wanted to buy here. Said that will go to $1. Now that the market is going up, everyone wants higher, and nobody thinks that this one will come back here at this level. Usually, market is respecting the fib levels, and maybe we'll not get 78.6, but we'll probably get a retest of the long reload zone. So for SNX, this is the next level, and keep in mind we still have 0.5 free to buy again because we already sold that short. So we should have 1 full percent to buy again. So that's the first one. Let's take a look at the next one. OP. Let's see what we have. On this one, again, we have a showed. We have a limit order below. I don't know if we should remove this one. Seems improbable to retest that level, but who knows? You can see, but here, I don't know if it's the bottom or not. We had sell half on a double here, and we reached another double, $4, but in our plan, in this plan, we are not allowed to sell the second double. So we have free coins. We don't want to sell them at $4. We want to sell them a lot higher. So we'll sell to get free position. The free coins, we'll try to sell them at closely to the top, not here. And you can see, I draw the long reload zone from this level to this level. You can see where the long reload zone is, but we have this low. And if we'll take something like this, I know that now looks improbable. But if you take the entire chart from this low to this high, you can see where we originally bought, it's a good level to buy again. And you can see this week, this sometimes needs a retest. We'll get lucky and the market will dump and give us a fill at $1. Why not? Let's try it. Let's put a limit order there and let's wait. And let's put there a reload. Yeah, bought 0.5 once and we'll reload. Hopefully the market will come back down and give us a fill. We don't need the price to close on weekly basis at $1. We don't need to stay not even more than 5 minutes. We just need the market to dump below $1, get us a fill, and then to pump back up. And we can repeat the process. Buy at $1, sell at $2, get more free coins, and so on. So for the moment, nothing to do, just put a limit order at the original place, and that's it. If you want to keep this this buying order here a lot lower, it's up to you. I think it's improbable, but it's not impossible to get that level. So that's the second one. Now let's see Dash, good old Dash, old shitcoin. Well, it's disappointing, but that doesn't mean that the situation cannot change. We bought 0.5 here, and nothing we can do here. So we bought, I draw my long reload zone. Okay, maybe it was a better idea to buy another 0.5 here and just do an average. If I remember correctly, we didn't do that. Let's wait for this weekly W, this big one. If we'll get this big weekly W here, clear breakout and then retest, we can buy at the same, buy another 0.5 here, do an average, and probably the short will be in the same area. But in the same time, we can push lower. You can see it's trying to hold, to reject from a long reload zone, but weak bounce. And if the entire market will break down a little bit, this one will probably test new lows. Who knows? Let's wait. We have some in the books. Not promising. Could push lower. Could go from $30. I don't know. Could go to $3. Who knows? Could go to $0.3. It's a long way to the bottom. So we are not calling bottoms here. We have a chance to make a W, weekly W here, but let's wait for that W to come, break out, and then we can buy at the retest. That's Dash, and nothing I could say about this one anymore. It's just lazy. CRV, let's see what we have on CRV. So, where is that CRV? Here. I need to zoom in actually. See what we have here. Well, we bought 0.5 here at 40 cents. but we don't have a shot. So nothing we can do. We should wait for a shot. If you wanted to reload here at 78.6, okay, you had the chance. If you did that, you have 1 full percent and you should do an average and sell half on a double, and then you are able to reload. But if you only bought here and you are waiting for a shot first and then to reload, well, again, nothing you can do. You should wait. So I don't see anything to do here. We had this weekly W, pretty steep, okay, acceptable. Breakout, retest at 78.6, we are pushing higher. After the shot, if we push higher, then we can hunt in the long reload zone. If it will be here, if it will be a lot higher, you can see even if we test the highs, long reload zone doesn't change too much. So for the moment, we bought some and let's wait. The next one, it's Mina. Let's see what we have on Mina. Well, we bought this level. Pretty nice. You can see you took the low, SFU the lows here, power of 3, and up and straight up from that point. But luckily we had a position. We sold half on a double, and technically not too many things to do for us, just usual. Classic long reload zone, you can see 61.8 to 78.6. Keep in mind it's just an altcoin. Let's do the altcoin long reload zone, and you can see here, let's buy at the same price. Let's buy at the same price. I don't think it's a bad idea. If the market will come back here, well, we have 1 full percent to buy. So buying 0.5 at just below 78.6, I don't think it's a bad idea. If we come here, we can form a wide, nice W. Let's wait and see what will happen. But we have already some free coins that will keep until closely to the top. Let's just call it that way. Now, the next one, tweet. Let's see what we have on this one. Well, on this one, I could honestly say that we bought the bottom. Was pretty close. I don't know if you can get better than that. So, bought here, breakout, short, reload. You can see the area. You want to buy back at 78.6, at 88.6, or wait for the next W? I prefer to wait for the next W. But we already have free coins. So waiting for the next W or buying at 78.6. I don't like this one for a W. But if we consider this one a W, a retest of this level should be pretty clear. And buying at 95 cents should be acceptable. It's pretty close. You can see it's 1.3. I don't want to be too greedy here. Let's wait. Maybe the market will dump and will form a next W a bit lower. Maybe. Slow and steady. I'll reassess this one, and probably if we form a W in the long reload zone, we can buy again. That's Twitter. Let's take a look at the tweet, not Twitter. Or something similar. I don't know. Maybe I mistake the name. GMX. Let's see what we have on this one. If I remember correctly, this one is about something about running and making money. Or something like that. I don't know. Correct me, Kevin, if I'm wrong. But if I remember correctly, that one was something you'll run or you'll walk and you'll make some money.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Well, valid trend line, you can see here. Breakout here, not completely double the other side of the trend line, but acceptable. We have already a position here, not a free position. We bought 0.5. Short, it's a lot higher. Seems like we are stuck in this area. So we are stuck between our entry and the short level. Let's just wait to see what will happen. On this one, if you want to do something to dollar cost average, keep in mind the spring is coming. people will want to run again. And if they'll make some money running, even better. So the team should know that, and they should push it stronger than ever in the spring. Keep in mind that we're in buy the dip kind of environment. A bull run is coming, and I don't think they'll have too many springs to promote their project and to push it higher and higher. So it's totally up to you. Hopefully we'll get a shot. After the shot, we can reassess what will happen. Okay, so we have another 1, 2, 3, I guess. FXS. Let's see what we have on this one. FXS. Well, we bought and we are waiting. That's for sure. And you can see our logic was pretty simple. Consolidation here, W, breakout, buying back at this level, putting a limit order and buying at this level was a good idea. And you can see, yeah, we dipped a bit lower. But look at this W, formed exactly here. And we are pushing higher. We don't have a shot, and I think we should wait for that shot. I'll rant again, but I have to do it. Some people are complaining, even Kevin told me and Stefan told me that some people, they are complaining that their bags, they are not pumping. Well, don't be the stupid guy who will see that his bags are not pumping, will sell in a small profit, and go to buy the top on the ones who are pumping. The ones who are pumping now will retrace, and your bags, your original bags will pump, but will pump without you. And you can repeat that fucking process multiple times. A lot of people will get rich besides you, yeah, your friends, and you'll stay poor because you didn't have patience. Don't do that. If you bought something is not pumping, okay, will pump when the narrative will change, when will be the time for that altcoin. If you'll see it's not pumping and a P cycle top is hitting, well, that's a different story. Then you are proven wrong. But don't change your bags every week, every 2 weeks. That's gambling. That's stupid decision making without a plan. That's why we have a clear plan. What we bought, we don't sell this one for something else because that one is pumping and this one is not. No. Don't be that guy who is always changing his mind, selling something is didn't pump yet to go and buy the top on coins who already pumped 200%, 400%, 800%, and so on. Just don't be that guy. If you learn from this series, from 58 episodes, something, learn this. Don't chase. If you bought something, wait until you will get at least to sell half on a double. Recover your money, and then you don't care. On this altcoin, if I bought here and I already sold half, I recover my money. That's the idea of sell half on a double, to get your original capital back. And from that point, you should not care. Your money is back in your pocket and back in your account, and you have some free coins. These ones could go and do 50x, 100x, 1000x, but it's market money. It's not your money. You got your money back a lot earlier. Sorry about the rant, but I really need to say that. So on this one, FXS, let's wait. I could see a really nice range here. I could see a really nice range, but you can see this is the bottom. Let's call this total bottom. Well respected. And you can see the middle of the range is respected. Nothing to complain. Look at 1 week, 2 weeks. And you can understand here. It's a pivot point kind of. We have a chance to sell half on a double here. Yeah. Look at the week. That week needs some retest. In the middle of the range, you know me. I'm not a big fan of trading, of doing anything if you are in the middle of a range. Because we have a 50-50 chance, up or down. And in the middle of the range, I don't have a good risk to reward. I need a damn high win rate to be profitable. So because I have the win rate somewhere between 50 to 60%, I'm not trading middle of the ranges. I want a high risk to reward. And in the middle of the range, Let's assume I'll take it here. Where I should put my stop loss? Well, all the way down here. Well, I need this one to pump all the way up at the top to give me a 1-to-1 or something like that. Not profitable for me. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. And we have IOTA, old shitcoin and AGIX. But let's take IOTA, for example. Zooming out, well, doesn't look bad. Consolidating a long period of time. We bought 0.5 at 20 cents. We wanted to buy a lot lower, 4 times lower. Well, we wanted, but never happened, at least not until now. Weekly W here, yeah, valid one. Nothing to complain. A nice accumulation, nice range. Not the best one. If it's down sloping and going lower and lower slowly with bullish divergence, it's still a range. It's not the perfect range, but it's still a range. Yeah, and you can see what happened after the consolidation is over. OBV is pushing higher. RSI already it's above 50 and is taking it like a support. So really nice. We bought. We should be able to sell half on a double. Be damn sure that you have your short orders in the market. And then we can reassess. I don't see any point to draw the fibs now, but we can do it. Well, let's assume this is the top, this is the bottom. Well, kind of in the same area. Let's assume we'll get a shot, maybe even higher. And you can see, long reload zone, it's at the original place where we bought first time. I think it's a good idea to wait there, to pay attention to this chart and maybe buy again. Honestly, this coin it's from 2017, maybe even, I don't know, earlier, because I'm from 2017 in this market. I waited in 2017. I had the patience. I had the idea that the market is pushing too high, is too overbought, and I'm not allowed to buy. So I bought in 2018. My first Bitcoin was at 8K and below. I bought 8, 7, 6. At 6, everyone said that is the bottom, and the bottom was at 3. I bought again. I did some stupid mistakes. I was kind of a beginner then, but made some money in the process. So here, let's wait and see what will happen. We have a position. If we'll be lucky enough to get a shot, then we can buy again. Now, let's take a look at the next one.
Oh, yeah, and just a quick correction. Just GMX is the DEX futures swap exchange. DEX, or I said that wrong. GMT is the step-in app. But
yeah, nice. So I was wrong. That's why
all good.
I asked.
Yeah, GMX, you can trade like perpetual swaps on a DEX.
Well, now let's take a look at GMT, because if we spoke about GMT, if we spoke about that one, let's see how it's behaving. Ugh, I need to clear this chart. It's ugly. Let's do a new. Well, OBV is working. RSI is working. Let's zoom in. I don't see that weekly W. Not the classic one. We have something here, but it's not a weekly W, not in our book. But on GMT, if we'll get a dip here at 88.6, retesting the lows, look at this kind of head and shoulder ugly top here. I know it's ugly. If we'll accept below this level, we can test the lows, definitely. But starting to buy here is not a bad idea. Okay, let's go back on AGIX on the last one. And let's see what we have. Strong coin. You can see it from the beginning. Really strong. We bought kind of the bottom. We bought 20 cents. We sold 40 cents. Now it's at 80 cents. Was 80 cents this week. But like I said earlier, we don't sell the second double. We are not playing little old lady classic way of investing. We have a plan. Little old lady, it's a risk management tool. Like even Brian will say that. A lot of people took the little old lady tool and said that it's a plan, it's an investment plan. No, it's not. It's just a tool for you to implement in a plan. You need a clear plan, you need a separate plan to do that. Da Vinci did that. Brian didn't like it. We took this little old lady risk management part and implemented in our plan, in our first part of the plan, where we consider that it's useful in will bring us most value. We don't want to sell little old lady style in the top or close to the top. We want to sell now to get free positions and then keep the rest. Don't sell too early, and hopefully we'll be able to sell more coins closer to the top. But we sold first shot. We are not selling the second one. So even if this one will go all the way up, I don't know, do multiples and multiples, I don't care. I'm not selling free coins now. If this one pushed really nice at this point in time, okay, I could imagine what we'll do in a bull market. Well, if we'll do 100x from my shot, okay, then I'll sell 50%. That's for sure. But I need a really strong pump to make me, okay, sell another half. So Agic is strong. Let's, you can see we have the long reload zone here, the classic long reload zone, but let's do an altcoin reload zone. That's why we have this one here. Well, look left. If you don't see it, I'll do an exception. Usually I don't like to modify my tools, but I'll do it this time. And I'll extend it. Let's watch what happened in this area. Support and resistance here. You can see 88.6. Well, they are in confluence with some fib levels. So probability for the market at some point in time to come back down here between 78.6 and 88.6, in my view, it's pretty big. Putting a limit order here at 78.6, not a bad idea. This could be a weekly W. You can see this big weekly W. Putting a limit order here is not a bad idea. I think we can outsmart the market a little bit, and we should wait for a next W. Usually, pumps like this they don't last too much. You'll see, looking 2 weeks from now, you'll see a pump and a dump, and then a slow grind to here consolidate a long period of time. That's the perfect area for us to hunt. And I'm expecting that. If we'll push higher, so be it. I'll wait until we'll come back in the long reload zone. But you saw a lot of coins pushing higher, really strong. Everyone will say, well, it's the next best thing since hot water and so on. And after 2 days, the market was all the way down at the original place, maybe even lower, and slowly bleeding and consolidating. And for someone who bought the top, it's ugly. It's almost impossible to hold, and don't get angry and don't do stupid things. So to avoid that, we don't buy tops. Okay. That's the idea, to wait here back in the long reload zone. That Agix was the last one. We talked about 10 coins again. We are at the middle, almost at the middle of the spreadsheet. So kind of 45, almost 50%. And you can see the next ones, we have some fields in the next 10. We should reassess. Hopefully, I'll manage to meet with Miku and to completely review the spreadsheet and put everything together. I'm behind with some stuff. It's my fault, not Miku's fault. Miku told me last week, told me even this week. Let's get together and do some and review the spreadsheet. Well, I'm working, but hopefully next week will be ready. Next Sunday I'll have everything updated. That's the review I have for Bitcoin. I think I have here some Bitcoin chart just to do a weekly overview. I know Kevin did that already, but you can see what I have here. I don't have the short reloads on. Let's just hide the ink. And let's see what we have on the chart. Yeah, we have a nice location to think short. Yeah, really nice to think, okay, let's hunt. But don't tell me that you have more reasons here. Looking just at the price action. Higher highs, higher lows, strong close every week. We had this 3-bar fractal, was a fake out, really ugly one, honestly. I was hunting on this one and hoping for a nice retracement. I didn't get that. Was a fake out, 3-bar fractal bottom and pushed higher. But here, looking at the chart, besides on the just looking at only at the chart, beside location, we don't have anything. We don't have a 3-bar fractal. We should wait for this candle to close to see what will happen. If the market is still strong and pushing higher, let's respect that. Let's don't be overly bearish. I sold 40% from my bags from this level. I sold them here at above 50K. Nothing I can do more than that. I'm hedging my portfolio with some short ideas to balance my portfolio, but nothing more I can do here. Instead of hunting short ideas too aggressively, let's hunt long ideas on some lazy altcoins. And you saw some pumps, some eco pumps on day trading part. We'll not get in this live stream about that ones. Is not the point on this live stream, but we can hunt on long ideas, not shorting. Indicators, well, we have some potential here. I don't have on this one, I don't have the MACD, but same idea like on RSI. Yeah, we have a high, a lower high. It's a sign that maybe, just maybe, the market is not so strong that we see on the price. Yeah. When we had the last time this kind of behavior on RSI, well, just look at 2021. You had a high, a lower high, and until we broke and formed an EM here, was potential. So here in this environment, we had a potential bearish divergence, which confirmed here in the top. And then you form the EM. So we can push higher here? Yeah, definitely. Until we'll confirm the bearish divergence on RSI, we can even do a double top. Honestly, a triple top. Honestly, I don't want to see that scenario now at the halving. I just don't want to see it. I don't want to see the Bitcoin going up there before the halving or close to the halving. Why? You'll see why if we'll get there. Another thing, it's Bitcoin dominance. Really nice. On weekly chart, you can see we are ranging. Could be a good environment for strong altcoins, for new projects, for projects that they launched 2 months or 3 months ago when we had already a dip. Hunt buy the dip kind of scenario. Hunt retracements and try to get a nice position. If this one will decide, okay, I want to push higher, well, that will destroy altcoins, especially against Bitcoin, but in dollar value also. Let's enjoy this range. This could be a really nice range and could take some time to develop. Let's assume that we have, this is the high. Well, the ink is back. When I'm trying to draw something, the ink will be back. Yeah. We have an area where we can play. Strong altcoins should behave really nicely here. And it's all we need to get some shots, to get some free coins. Let's be active. I don't know, you don't have to be a day trader or swing trader to make money. You could be a position trader, investor kind of idea. If you see something is forming a weekly W, or you watch Kevin live stream and you'll see him pointing out over and over again, look at this W. This one is coming back at 78.6. I will buy here, because Kevin is not a financial advisor, will never tell you to go and buy there. But you can get inspired from what he's doing and you can do the same. It's your decision. And over again, you'll hear us, okay, I'll buy this breakout. I'll buy this W retest. You have this opportunity in 2024, 2023, 2024, buy the dip kind of scenario. don't think this buy the dip kind of scenario will continue more than 2024, not even this entire year. So it's totally up to you, but don't be lazy. Don't sit on the sidelines. Don't stay and wait. Next 2024 kind of year, it's almost 9 years from now on. If you are looking at the banner cycle, I posted on Twitter if you want to go deeper in that idea. I know the public is not back. We don't need the public to buy. We need the public to sell. So don't wait until the public will come here. Well, it's a bit too late then. Buy now, buy at the lows, buy the deep scenario, and when you'll see the public coming in, you will sell. That's how the market is working. You will not take the money from the market makers or from the millionaires. You actually make money selling tops to the public. It's an ugly truth, but it's the reality. In this market, it's the reality. If you buy low enough, you will sell to the FOMO and Moon Boys at the top. Because at the top, they will not see a top. They will think the market will go 10 times higher. And you know, all of us, we are beginners at some point in time when we get to buy the top. But I think once it's enough, learn your lesson, don't be lazy, and put the time and effort. Maybe you'll make some nice money. We have on premium part, we have Hand of Midas made by Stefan and Bocian, Carol, Mr. Johnson. Well, let's see what the ordinals did, because Bocian specifically said, I like this project. I like this one. Buy it here. Sell half on a double. They work on the same principle. Well, let's take Max, for example. Well, they said to buy here in this area. Well, look at now. Well, almost 3x from that level. It's up to you. If you don't want to, you don't have money, or you don't want to participate in premium, it's not a problem, but at least be active in this live stream. We have Tuesday for public again. We have Wednesday with Kevin. There are more than enough ideas to make some money. Just don't be lazy and put a plan together. It's totally up to you. It's almost time to do the giveaway, I think, because I could rant and I could tell you stories and I could tell you what is good to do in 2024 for more than 4 hours from now on. But we did a giveaway 2 weeks ago. We are doing another one now. We'll do, I think, a giveaway every 2 weeks. But at the same time, we'll close the weekly giveaway we have for retweeting the video. So we'll stay with something similar. We'll do from, I don't know, once or 2 weeks, once a month. We'll do a nice one, but we'll close the retweeting one. So we'll not have any more retweet the weekly crypto review tweet and you'll get 1 month premium. I don't think is the case anymore. We'll include this price in this big giveaway. It's better that way for everyone. Yeah, I think you can see we include it already. So first prize will be $100. Will vary in that area. I think it's a good amount for someone who trying to start at least $100 challenge, or to buy something and wait until the top. $100. It's a start. It's something. We are not, I don't know, we don't have a community of, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of members to do more. But 100 is acceptable for everyone. 1 premium month access on Crypto Traders Arena on premium part. Every giveaway will do that. And I said again, 2000 some when, let's just call it that way. I don't know how much is worth now, but we have some when on our Phantom wallets, and we can do a giveaway from time to time. So, Kevin, if you are here, you have the wheel.
Okay, yeah, cool. Real quick before that, I see Miku's doubles that we did get last week on this plan were Nexo, Agix, AR, and Jasmy. So we did bang out a few doubles from this plan. And let me get out of your screen here. Now I guess we'll do the money giveaway first because that's the wheel I already prepared, and then we'll do that lesser giveaway afterwards. Is that all right with everybody?
Yeah, yeah, I
Cool.
think it's the best.
I already set up the big one, so I don't want to mess that up. Um, but yeah,
You
we'll
need
just
a drum?
yeah. Without any I don't know further ado, we'll just hit the button and give this shit away, and maybe I'll stop cussing. God. All right. Well, here we go. I'm gonna hit the button, and here we go. And he's gonna be.
This is the first one is for $100.
Oh, it's a close call, and it looks like it went to Patricia TA 37570. Patricia Technical Analysis 37570.
Hopefully, TA comes from technical analysis. This is not and is not a giveaway hunter. We have some giveaway hunters. If we'll see that it's a problem, we can remove them. Because if I see an account only retweeting and doing only giveaways, I don't like that.
Yeah, well,
some people have an account just for that. Well,
yeah.
Patricia, just DM us on DM me on Discord and give me a USDT address.
On Solana or on Tron Network, probably. I don't know.
No, it doesn't matter. We can do any network. I'll do it from DEX, from Binance or KuCoin,
Right.
so it's not a problem. I don't want to do it from a wallet, a specific wallet. I don't want someone to get the wallet address, so I'll do it from Binance. It's easier and safer that way.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, and I guess we got to do two more, right, for this.
Yep.
So
now is for one premium membership.
All right, for premium membership, I'm gonna click this button again. Here we go. Who's it gonna be?
Well, you'll have to tell me because.
Oh, it's like right on the edge. Okay, so this is Eucalyptus Soul. Eucalyptus Soul. Eucalyptus Soul. I don't know.
Well, welcome to premium part, Eucalyptus Soul. You won one premium month on our community.
I guess I got.
Okay, now for 200,000 when.
Let me just write these down really quick. I mean, so I don't have to go back later and. Okay, so yeah, one more for 200,000 when. So we're gonna do our own when airdrop, 200K.
Yep.
All right, well, here we go. Okay, so this one is Burley Drea. Burl Yadrea. Let me write that down too. Burl Yadrea.
Well, congrats. Same idea. DM us on Discord with Solana address this time, because we need Solana address to give you when. I will use the.
Cool. We got those winners, and then I gotta reset this wheel up here. We only have a few names on the next one.
Yeah, that's why I said we'll give up on that one, because not too many people are retweeting.
Yeah, so looks like we have yeah, it looks like 10 people on here. I recognize some of those names.
If we'll keep it long enough, we'll be only DMAC.
All right, well, here we go. Yeah, so we'll just do the last one. This is for premium membership or potentially a one-on-one. Is that what we're doing here?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So
1 month premium membership. That's the giveaway.
All right, well, let's just do it. Here we go. That's a new name, actually. I think Adry BTC, ADRY BTC. Don't know if I recognize that one. Not that I would know. I don't know. I can't keep track of all you guys. So yeah, Adry BTC wins. All right, we spun the wheel 4 times, gave away all that stuff, and like Paul said, we'll probably do more of these giveaways going forward, but we're not going to do this particular one. We'll just do ones that are special to themselves and not part of retweeting this show. But of course, we'll still be doing this show every Sunday, as always. And really, we're going to keep doing it, well, all the way until the Pi Cycle top signal fires at least. So that means we probably got a good, I don't know, year or so.
I think we have another year in front of us.
Yeah.
Approximately. Well, another full year of being consistent every Sunday, trying to buy the dip, sell half, or and the last part just sit on our hands. But it's a nice project, really clear and simple plan for everyone to follow. I know even from this point that a lot of people will say, well, I'm sorry, I didn't pay enough attention. Well, at that point in time, it will be a bit too late and nothing we can help them. We are blabbing away more than 1 year now. Use that plan, buy low, sell half on a double, keep the rest. Do your own plan. You can start a different plan with the same spreadsheet. You have the dollar cost averaging part. Even if you want to trade against Bitcoin and you are accumulating Bitcoin, you can use that spreadsheet and that plan to inspire. If you don't want to put the time and effort, well, I don't want to be ugly and tell you the truth, but you get it. If you don't want to put the time and effort, well, that's life. Not everyone should succeed. Only the people who put the time and effort. It's that simple.
It's true. Guess we had a couple
if
requests.
You want me to tell you straight exactly how I'm thinking about people they are not putting the time and effort, well, join a live stream only on Discord. I don't want to say ugly things on YouTube.
Well, we had a couple requests I could look at really quick. I mean, one was this VEC or whatever it is, VEC. I don't think we can really do anything, but if you do want to learn more, or you want to hear somebody that knows more about this, his opinion, if you're in our premium room, go look up what Carol. I just saw Carol was talking about this a minute ago. He's been talking about this name quite a lot. Looks like it's I mean, it's a newer name. So this particular chart's the Uniswap chart. It goes back to, I guess, late January. It's about a month old. Really nice W's in here, without a doubt. Really nice recent breakout here, but I don't know if we can really chase this right here. I suppose we're still range bound and getting up into the top of the range now, so it's a little hard to step in and buy right there at the 50% level, but that doesn't mean it won't keep ripping. So I don't know, maybe you can zoom in and try to work a setup if you have one, but yeah, it's just kind of ripping right now. So nice W though. I don't know if that shows up on the daily. Yeah, if you look at a daily chart, geez, it's just all W's here. So whether it takes out the highs or not down the road, we'll see. Could easily, though. I just can't. I mean, I don't know. It's a new, if you wanted to ape, I suppose. I don't know. There is a W here. So, I mean, if you're going to ape into this, that's okay. I don't know. It's just, this is hard with these new things. I mean, it probably has momentum behind it. It probably will go higher, but it also could just turn around and go against you right after you buy it right here. So, I can't really say either way. I feel like I hear a lot of people talking about this one though. I think it's even part of our on the list for the Hands of Midas crypto show, which while I'm at it is on Thursdays for our premium members. And there was about 15 people in there, I think, last week or this week, and those guys were going through their list, and they already, I think we were already talking about words, but that one's up quite a bit from when they first mentioned it. So yeah, if there are any premium members that missed that, it is recorded, but try to jump in the live stream on Thursday at I guess it's about an hour and a half after we close the New York session. And of course, we trade every day, Monday through Friday in the New York session. For all our premium members have access to that live stream, live trading session where we usually identify some altcoin trades or crypto trades in general. And on Tuesdays, we've now become or started streaming that. So on Tuesdays, anybody's welcome to that live stream on Tuesdays. If you're in our Discord, you'll see the link or you'll see the room open up about half hour before the New York Open. But if you want to watch it on YouTube too, we're just going to go ahead and start streaming that on YouTube every week as well. So on Tuesdays, we'll stream that. And then, of course, Paul does the daily plan video Monday through Friday for the London sessions. Check that out if you just want to get some general levels for the day. And on Wednesdays, I'll do another crypto show at 19 UTC. So we're doing quite a lot, actually, of a lot of stuff that's just on YouTube for anyone to watch. And then, of course, on the premium side, we're basically focused on trade and setups every day. And we have we have a room for basically every kind of trading. So if you're a premium member, you can follow along from everything from like our investor type stuff all the way up to day trading, and then like sort of degen stuff, on-chain trading, airdrops. Yeah, so we kind of have it covered all across the bases. So if you're a premium member, make sure you stay in touch with all those channels and just see what's going on. That's about it. I don't think I have anything else to really add. Oh, there was one more request I suppose I could look at really quick. I think David was mentioning GLM. We'll just end with GLM. I can't remember if we already looked at that or not. I don't think so. Well, that's GLMR. Let's see. Well, what can we say? I hope everybody knows very nice rip here, but it's hard to, this is also kind of a newer issue. And yeah, it probably will go higher, but lots of volume this week, geez, but can you really step in and buy this high here? I don't know. I could see how you could turn around and be 50% underwater here real quick. So I can't really say. If anything, this kind of looks megaphone-ish where it doesn't have like a real W here. Or I could zoom in a little bit more. Yeah, see, we're making newer lows there. So we didn't even get a true W there. We did get one now. It's just huge. So I can't really buy this. Sort of missed the boat for right now, but if you just kind of hunt whatever top comes in and look for the pullback, sure. I can't really say buy it here. That's the weekly chart. Looking at daily, same kind of thing. Like this could become an M here. We don't know what's going to happen. You could see that RSI is overbought. Not really broken yet. It could stay overbought for quite a while, and OBV is just ripping, and basically a lot of volumes come in here the last week or two. So I just can't. As a person that's just rambling on YouTube that tries to maintain my integrity and consistency, I just can't say that I would buy this here. I won't. So that doesn't mean it won't go higher. It's just I would be inconsistent if I said to go ape in right here. So I can't do that. And also, I wouldn't tell anybody what to really do anyway. I can't tell you guys what to do. Personally, I'm not going to buy it right here. I'll wait for a pullback. That's assuming I can even buy this stupid thing easily. But that's about it. Not a lot of requests today. I'll be back on Wednesday. If you have more to look at on Wednesday, let me know. I'll try to have some decent ideas by then. And
Kevin, we should mention that registration for CAPUA I, it's open. So we will do an offer for Discord members. Usually we don't speak to the public. Who wants to join our CAPUA I should be in the Discord, that's for sure. But CAPUA I will have kind of a same we had originally. So CAPUA I means 3 months of theory, followed by 1 full month of hands-on practice. If you want to know more, you should join our Discord. And for bonus, we'll have 1 full year premium membership and permanent access to Holy Grail. Yeah. If you want to learn how to trade, you don't need it for investing too much. But if you want to position trade, swing trade, and more, you can join CAPUA I with a really nice price for the moment. Will stay that way for too much? No, because it's a lot of time and effort from Kevin and I to work with the people for 4 months. And the price is really low. We are still in that phase. We are trying to build our community and get stronger. When that phase will be over and we'll have we'll decide that it's strong enough and we'll open really open for public. Well, I think we'll increase the price, because it's a lot of time and effort to teach only one guy to trade. Just one. If you want to teach more, well, it's more and more difficult to do that. Just to mention, it's up to you if you want to go beyond the investment part. So if you want to know how to use a stop loss, you should join CAPUA I.
Yeah, and of course you can join our Discord just from cryptotradersarena.com. Pop in and say hi. And I would just add on the CAPUA I that I'm pretty happy with what we've created, and I think we've managed to boil down what it means to be a professional trader and how to get on the right track to doing it. And so I'm pretty proud of it, actually. I think it's going well. And yeah, if you're interested in that, please reach out to us and do it. And if not, that's cool too. We're not trying to force anybody. And I think Paul's right. At bare minimum, learn how to do some of this basic investment stuff, because, crypto does provide a lot of opportunities. And if we can even just help you in the right direction with that, not even taking CAPUA I, you want to jump in our Discord and just kind of pick up the basics through that, then I recommend that at bare minimum, just because there is a lot of opportunity in crypto. But if you really want to trade, and I sort of separate trading from investing, they're kind of different in a lot of ways. But if you really want to be able to show up day in and day out and trade, then I think our program is really good for getting people on the right track with that. So I'll leave it at that. Yeah, just to reach out to me directly if you want to talk about it at all. I'm happy to help if I can. And you could just find me on Discord. I guess that's it. Let's see. I didn't really catch up on the comments here, but looks like there are just people. Yeah, there's no more requests. So we'll just end it at that. It's been about an hour and a half anyhow. We'll be back next Sunday, of course, with this show and all those other shows that I already talked about. And we'll see you somewhere on the internet. Take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your weekend, and bye-bye.